All right, guys, looks like we came across some kind of RV meth lab or something here in the woods. Normally I'd send my drone, but batteries are dead, so I'm gonna storm and see if there's anybody inside. If not, we're gonna make it shelter for tonight, have some much needed dinner. All right, let's go. Hello everyone, Commander Bravebelly here. Today on the channel, I'm at an undisclosed location. Yeah, it's a safe house and I'm starving. We're gonna review the 24-hour Ukrainian combat ration. Without further ado, let's get the show on the road. All right guys, so basically what we have here is the 24-hour combat rations for the forces of Ukraine. This is currently being used right now on the front lines. Trust me, I know. I've seen the footage. These guys are actually eating this currently in the trenches, in the foxholes, in the safe houses. All right, so frontline food right now. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited as me. And I got a little surprise over here. This is some coffee we're about to have. Guys, I actually seen the soldiers drinking this coffee in the front line. So when I saw this, my mind was blown because this is the coffee I drink every day. It's instant coffee, and apparently it's popular in Ukraine. So we're gonna get to heating this up some water right now. Anyway, let me take this mask off because it's super hot out here. And let's get to cooking. All right, so today's knife is the Gerber LMF2. Check that out, infantry knife. All right, this could be used as a spear. You could see these holes right there. You could tie this to a big long stick. That way you could have a spear. You could use it as a crusher. You could use it as a hammer. All right, badass knife. Let's go. Ooh, like butter. So, unboxing. That's what it's looking like. Probably won't need that knife again. Set it off to the side. And let's go. All right, so we have some fancy crackers. So first off, never seen these types. See how they're kind of got a different design. All right. Instead of just being rectangular, they got some shape to them. So we have 3, 4, 5 of these packets of crackers. Then we have some kind of big old can. All right, and obviously I can't read Cyrillic. I'm an American, but I'm excited to see what this is all about. It doesn't matter, I'm starving, I'm gonna eat it all regardless, guys. Check it out, big old fat can. Then we have what looks like tea. Ooh, we have another can and it looks like it's seen some rust and it looks like it's starting to belly out, which is weird because this food doesn't expire till 2 months from now. So this is considered fresh for military food, but we shall see. And I'm not mad at the situation because being that this is military food, this happens. Okay, so we have another cracker. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a lot of crackers. Next up, another big old can. Check that out. And what looks like beef. Nice photo of some beef steaks. All right, yet another can, big old can. So 3 big old cans and 1 smaller one. All right, then we have what looks like some kind of beverage powder. Looks like, if I was gonna guess, like some kind of lemon tea. Let's get it all out. Okay, so first thing I noticed, no utensils. Luckily I got them. no desserts. So it doesn't look like we have any chocolates, any gums, which I don't know if that's okay, to be honest. You know, a lot of the soldiers have written to me and told me that the military is trying to save some money. So basically the soldiers are well fed, and a lot of the guys have like candy bars in their pockets. I have seen footage of soldiers actually eating cakes in the field. So this looks like some kind of wet naps. So we have 3 wet naps because there's 3 meals. Let me wipe my hands right now. Make sure we stay clean. Okay, so this is a nice high quality, as you can see, wet nap. And it doesn't smell like lemon. It just smells a little bit like a lotion. Okay, like a Nivea or something like that. All right. So check it out up close. And I'm going to set that aside. We have 1 napkin. Well, it's actually 3 napkins, 3 flimsy little napkins. I'm going to set that aside. So we have 2 teas, 2 beverages, and I'm thirsty, so I'm about to start pouring up. And it looks like just a whole lot of sugar. I'm going to open up to double check, but look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sugars, which is ridiculous. If this is indeed sugar, let's check right now. So this is like a cheap way of introducing calories. Okay, so when it said over 4,000 calories, being that it's all sugar, let me just triple check. Oh yeah, just pure white sugar. So this is a cheap way for calories. So I'm not a fan of this. This is the similar procedure that the Russians use. They just throw in so much sugar, and it's fast, cheap calories. And so I understand the science behind it, but it's not a pleasant experience to be consuming your food through calories in this way. Just sugar. It's like the unhealthiest thing. So when people say, you know, the American food is not healthy, let me remind you, this is just as unhealthy. White bleached sugar is not good for you at all. So remember that. Okay. Then we have, I'm just stating the facts, guys. So don't get too butthurt about my comments. And it looks like black pepper here, but it looks like it got moist. No, this might be the coffee. Yes, this is coffee. Check that out. So you have one little baby coffee. We're going to drink this coffee. Look how moist it got. All right. So air got to it. So I'm going to put the coffee in here right now. And we're going to heat up some water, because we're going to have the coffee that I brought with me. The same coffee the military guys are having in the trenches right now in Ukraine, guys. So this coffee is actually like popular amongst the Polish community. At least somewhat popular. That's where I got it from. Like, that's how I learned about it, and it's my favorite instant coffee. So when I seen it on YouTube, you know, on Frontline videos, I was so surprised. Literally my jaw dropped. I was like, oh, that's so awesome. I got to drink that coffee when I make one of these videos. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up some of these. I brought some dishes and stuff so I could showcase all the food. So this is my little loadout. This is all USGI issued. This is how I bring all this stuff out here, outside. I thought you guys may be interested in seeing how I carry everything out here. So this is what I use. Okay, all this USGI stuff. Check that out, my little Alice pack. And this is like really cheap right now because nobody likes the digital cam, and I think the digital cam is so badass looking. It has a lot of character, and I don't care that it's uncool, you know. And it matches the Ukrainian military uniform. As you guys can see, this one has more green to it. This one is more subdued. You could always dye it, but I like it as is. Can't complain about it. All right, so we have the coffee here. So I already set up the little burners, and I've seen soldiers on the front lines use burners just like this. We have also pots and pans that I'm gonna use to heat this food up. Check this out. This is made by a company called Helikon Tex. It's a company based out of Poland, and I love this camo print. Check that out. Apparently it's a camo print they designed for the Polish Special Forces. So it's one of a kind, so adds to more character. I love it. And I have here a British cooking pan, and it comes with 2 cooking pans. This is my utensils. This is USGI, American issued utensils. These are my favorite. I don't like those small little sporks, like all the utensils just in one. Okay, no, I like to enjoy my food, and this is like a part of that. Having normal utensils, big old spoon for a big man like me. Check that out. So yeah, I have some BCB stoves today. We're not gonna use these stoves. We're gonna save that for another time. I have a lot of different types of stoves like this, instant stoves, guys. So if you like contents like this, make sure you hit that subscription button, all right? So I have different ones from different companies. I have one from the Czech Republic, which is this one, and this is a British one. When they open up, they're different. I'm gonna compare them. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe. So yeah, these are British pans. They're pretty awesome. They're very highly rated. I've never tried these, so I'm gonna use these today to heat up the food. Let me set that aside. All right, so yeah, that's one of the packs. This is a escape and evade pack, okay, that I carry my food in. And this is another pack from Helicon Tex. Check that out. All right, this is basically a civilian version of this. This is military issued USGI, and this is, you know, for the consumer. So check this out. It's a little higher quality. That's bigger. You could fit a lot more stuff. And check, I got my Nalgene container. Okay, and then I have my pots and pans to heat this stuff up. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna heat up some water. And the reason why I'm using this one is because it does have a fitting lid. Check that out. So we're gonna pour water in there and heat that up right now so we could enjoy our coffee while we start opening our main meals. So first, let me set that right here and pour up some water. Guys, buckle in. We have a long episode. So hopefully you guys could test your patience. We got a lot of cooking going on, but this is how soldiers eat their food in the field. And I'm gonna just put that right on top. All right, let's fire this bad boy up. There we go, we have fire. I hope you guys could hear that. And that's gonna heat up, and I'm gonna start opening up the rest of the food. Let me just make some space to make everything presentable for you guys. And I'm super thirsty. You're gonna take a sip of water. This is my USGI canteen. Check that out. I just had to wet my whistle. All right, moving on. So let's start opening some of this stuff. First, I'm gonna pour up one of these teas. Let's see what this is about. It looks like some kind of herbal lemon tea perhaps. And this feels wet, and that's not good. It's super moist. That's weird. So I think moisture got in there, and that's not good. Oh yeah, it's syrupy. So, but I'm still gonna drink it. Oh yeah, it tastes like honey. Guys, this is honey. I'm pouring this in, but this is actually beautiful, thick honey. So we're gonna have that first. All right, we're gonna have some of these crackers first. So all we have is tea and coffee, which is okay. This is gonna be our breakfast, and we're gonna have some of these crackers. First, I'm gonna try them without anything. These are pretty cool. I've never seen these, and they're perforated for an easy crack. Super dry, just like the Russian. And I don't know why they're so dry, because I mean, this is not even expired, but it is what it is. It's just thick, hearty, but it tastes like a white cracker, not salty at all, and very dry. So not the best cracker that I've had from MREs, if I'm going to be honest. Gonna see how it is with some of this honey. Now apparently Ukraine is known for having high quality, beautiful honey, and so check that honey out. Okay, it looks thick. Okay, absolutely rich and delicious. And like I said, there's almost like a crunch to it because it's like unfiltered. It's like chunky. That's why it's hard to squeeze out the tube, because you have some of the honey where it's like chunky and thick. It's stuck in the corners, so it's hard to squeeze this out. But this is good way to get me, you know, like kind of whet my appetite. I'm starving. Haven't eaten the entire day. Been out here patrolling, doing some reconnaissance of the area. This is the first time I've been in this location. Good old sugar. See, again, this is like really cheap calories. The honey quality is good. The crackers are super dry. So really the pleasant experience is from that richness, that sweet honey. I'm gonna set these aside, open another pack. Maybe another pack will taste fresher. Now the difference between these two canteens is this one is issued, but also this one is made out of a plastic that you could put hot water in there. Not like boiling, scorching hot. You don't want to melt this because it's plastic, but hot enough it won't release any toxins into your water, and it won't melt really. Whereas this is not intended for anything really, really hot. But the cool thing about this is it has a top where you could put a straw that connects to your gas mask if you need. So I still have to buy a gas mask. But yeah, this is the USGI one. I love this one. It just has a lot of character. All right, let's see about this water. I don't want to burn myself. Not easy. Ooh, no, it's not boiling yet, but we'll get there soon, guys. Now I'm going to start opening up some of these cans. Oh yeah, super dry. But like I was saying, been out here for a few hours, haven't eaten. It's gorgeous, beautiful day today. And I already heard gunshots, honestly. So I'm hoping we could hear some, just in case you guys are curious of the sound of gunshots ringing out. We shall see. It was a lot earlier though. So first we're gonna start off with this can, which looks like it's slightly bellied. I don't know if the camera picks it up or if you can see, but it's exhibiting a little bit of rust, which is surprising why it would do that, being that everything was sealed. So I'm not too enthused about that. And it had a big hiss. So I don't know if that's good or bad. Guys, it smells legit, so I'm gonna eat it. Check that out. It's pate. Okay, it doesn't smell rancid. It doesn't smell like anything's wrong with it. So we're just gonna be brave and get right in there. Take a little risk. Check that out. First bite, going in. Yeah, No, this is not smart to eat the rest of it. Tastes very beefy. Tastes like dark meat, very beefy, but I do get some soury undertone from it, so it does seem like this is not good to be consumed. I'm sure I'll be okay because it doesn't smell bad, but it tastes too sour. Okay, so, and this is the reality in the battlefield. But guys, check out how it looks. I'm gonna take one more piece for you guys, put it on a cracker, but I shouldn't be eating this. It just tastes way too sour, in my opinion. It almost tastes like the metal, the oxidized metal, like seeped in to the actual. Oh wow, this is boiling. Nice. It's seeped into the meat. It almost tastes like rust. Like, you know how you lick metal? That's kind of like what this tastes like. So I'm gonna set this aside, and that's fine. Comes with the territory. All right, we have the water boiling. So, woo! Look at that, guys. Nice, beautiful boiling water. Didn't take too long. Hopefully the glass doesn't break on me. And we're gonna do another coffee, how the frontline soldiers are having it. All right, let me turn that off. All right, and that's this coffee. Now, luckily for me, there's no creamer here, but I brought my own creamer, which soldiers do. They have mentioned before in the comments that a lot of these guys, this battle is actually close to home. So people are showing up to the front lines with food in their pockets, you know, with candy bars, chocolates. So why not creamer? So I did bring some creamer. Let me just dig it out right quick. Brought it in my Alice pack, and it's also from other MREs. I'm hoping there's creamer in here, but I'm not certain. So we have a coffee, we have a sugar, and we have a creamer. So this is an American creamer. So first I'll put it in this one. This is the instant coffee. Guys, let me know in the comments if you are from Ukraine or wherever you're from, if you ever seen this instant coffee. I love this coffee. It's super smooth. This is the stronger one. They have one with like a golden top that's even smoother that I even like more. But since this one is open, this is the one that I've seen in the front lines. You know, the men need that energy. That's why I got this one. All right, so that's one creamer. One creamer is not enough for me. I like a few creamers. So here goes another creamer. And this coffee, we're gonna give it the way they're serving it. So there's no creamer for us. So we're not gonna have it with creamer, just with sugar. And I don't usually have my coffees with sugar, but we will see. I'm hoping that was sugar and not salt. Just tastes like a cheap instant coffee. There's nothing really to write home about this. It does the job, as you can see. Decent. It's gonna need a little more sugar because I never drink my coffee black like that. Oh yeah, that's really nice. It's actually not bad with the sugar. Now let's have it with the cream. So this is my style of coffee. This is the way I like it. And guys in the field, they like to, you know, make themselves feel comfortable for morale. kind of like mimic what they would have at home. Way smoother, way smoother. Even though it's more intense, you saw the big old heaping spoon that I put. It's the cream that makes it nice and smooth. All right, so we're gonna set the coffees off to the side, and we're gonna start opening these big main dish cans. All right, so let me just clean up really quickly. You know what? I'm gonna have one more cracker with the honey really quickly. I don't want any food to go to waste. I do respect all the guys in the front lines. I hope they come home safe to their families, every single one of yous. And yes, despite I'm wearing the Ukrainian military uniform and I'm out here, I'm not actually a soldier. I don't want anybody to be insulted. I kind of feel like the reason why I'm doing this, I feel like it makes the video somewhat more interesting and cinematic, if you will. I think it's cool. I'm having a good time, but I don't want to poke fun at the situation that's happening right now. And I also don't want to talk politics. I just want to get it out the way. You know, just want you guys to know that I wish everybody comes home safe. So far, the honey, pretty good. I give it like an 8.5 out of 10. The crackers, all dry. So how they are right now, they're a 1 or a 2 out of 10. They suck. Now, might they taste better if they weren't dry? Maybe, but I don't know. But this is common in military food. This is not exclusive to my situation right now. This happens to the guys in the front line all the time, I guarantee it. All right, moving on. Let's see what this can is about. Ooh, that exploded. We got some kind of weird juice everywhere. Ooh. Smells like it's okay. So I'm gonna put it in this British cook stove. Check that out, guys. This looks like a whole meal of everything. It looks like a bunch of fat. I do see carrots. I do see some kind of meat. Lots of fat for flavor. And also, you don't want your pots burning or anything like that. So yeah, that's what it is. That's the nutritional info. Guys, let me know in the comments what meal number 1 is. And so, guys, take a look at that. That's how everything is looking. And it just smells like meat, like some kind of boiled pork or something like that. So nothing to like brag about, but basically it looks like pork in pork fat, lots of pork fat, and carrots. So this looks like this is, when I heat this up, it's gonna turn liquidy, and I'm sure there's gonna be another canned food that probably has a lot of, like, whether that's buckwheat or something like that, where I can mix it. But I'm gonna start heating this up right now. So we will put it here and have it start heating up. Hear that? I hope you could hear that. All right, this is can number 2. This looks like pearl wheat or pearl barley, something like that. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna just put it straight up in the next pan, just so we could get to heating this one up as well. Check that out. This one looks more like beef. All right, the meat looks darker. And I hope this is like edible still, because there's some weirdness going on to it. It's got like this stringiness to it. It's hard to see if the camera picks it up. Almost like, you know how saliva has that stringiness? Guys, let me know if you guys could see in the camera. See that stringiness when I like drop it in? You see that? I don't know if that's okay, but I'm gonna heat this up, taste it, and we shall see. Okay, so yeah, this looks like some kind of pearl barley or something like that. All right, this is can number 2. And it's heating up as well. Or not as well, but it's heating up. So yeah, I gotta mix it up. I don't want to burn anything. So take a look at that. Still super thick and chunky. All right, and so we're gonna set this one up over here and fire it up. Ooh. There we go. It's getting hot. All right, and we have a third can right now. Let me get my USGI pan. I have it here somewhere. There we go. This is the American issued. This is old school though. I think this is like from Vietnam. All right. Take a look at that. This one looks hardcore too. Look at all that. The galareta, which is the jelly, the meat jelly. Lots of fat, as you can see. You see all that fat in there. Okay, that's good though. That's for flavor and so it won't burn in the pan. Okay, look at that. It almost looks like lard. That's exactly what it is. It's a lard. So this food is definitely very Eastern European looking. All right, really intense and hardcore. It's hearty, stick to your ribs type of food. Those that have been watching the channel know that I'm not scared of eating any of this, because this stuff definitely looks very intimidating to Westerners mostly. Okay, this is very uncommon. So all my Westerners, let me know in the comments what you think of how this food presents so far when it jumps out the can. Okay. You hear that sizzle? Oh yeah, you can see that wheat. Check that out. I'm hoping and praying that's still edible, because it was a little sus for me, you know, seeing how like sticky it was. It has like that saliva kind of texture. So after these two heat up, we're gonna heat this one up. Let me pull some clean plates out. Do a little bit of housekeeping real quick. And get into this food, get into tasting all this delicious food. Hopefully it's delicious. Guys, we haven't tried the tea. Let's try this tea. Like a real Ukrainian. Those who've been watching my channel know I don't ever drink tea, but I am open-minded. So we're gonna make iced tea, okay? I don't feel like waiting. Let that steep a little bit. And then we'll put sugar in there. And that's the tea. So I'll set that aside and let it steep. Guys, I have no idea what this is. Wow, these pans are great. No wonder they're so popular. Guys, this one looks like it's already hot, and I do see pieces of meat in there. I see the wheat and I see the carrots. So, doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna already set this in the bowl. And I'm using these clear bowls so you guys can see how all the food presents, how it's all looking. And there you have it. That's meal number 1. And we're gonna heat up meal number 2 right here. See, this is meal number 1. Check that out. So I'm about to start eating. And guys, they don't provide salt, they don't provide pepper, none of that stuff. I wonder if I brought any spices with me. I doubt it. Not today. But I do have the salt and pepper packets that come in here, I believe. Let me see. That's instant coffee, gum, salt. I just have salt. Oh yeah, salt and pepper. Wow. I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but wow, look at that. Look at this boil. It's literally like a stew now. It's like a soup. And we got big old chunks, fat pieces of meat. Wow, I'm gonna break it up a little bit so it cooks a little more evenly, but look, that looks like super hearty and filling. So we're gonna have it alongside this food right here. All right, so let me set the camera down a little bit. There we go. And I do have some plates. All right, while that's heating up, I'm gonna try this. That's the pearl barley, I believe. All right, smells fine, but it doesn't smell like very appealing and delicious. Just smells like some meat that came out of a can, if you will. All right, this is gonna be the first bite going in. Check it out up close. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's actually good. Oh yeah, you taste that starch in the wheat. Very delicious and super flavorful, already salty. It does not need any salt. The meat gives it a lot of flavor, all right, because it's all rendered down and it has that gelatinous effect to it. So salty and flavorful, like beef is, with some carrots and onions. Real nice. This seems like it's done. All right, so now, I'm not certain what this is, but it's also some kind of starch. And guys, I know there's a Google translator that I could take a photo of the cans, translate everything, but there's people that already do that online, and I like setting myself apart. You know, I'm not a copycat. I try to do like a whole different experience for you guys in reviewing these MREs. So I treat it like a soldier, like an American that came across this food and is, do you think I'm gonna actually read it? No, I'm gonna open it up and eat it, devour it, you know? A soldier is hungry, they're not gonna care. This is more for like your info. I'm not certain what this is, so you guys let me know. But I'm gonna eat it regardless of what it is. So yeah, that's my train of thought. Well, let's see what this tastes like. This tastes like some kind of, it's almost like a rice, you know? It's like that, I don't know if it's barley or what, but it's just hearty, delicious, tastes very similar. It's basically the same kind of food, except one is like has the big wheat granules like that, and one has the smaller ones, you know, it's more like a mashed potato almost. Guys, this looks ready. Now I'm about to pour it up into these bowls and have some. Check that out. Look at all that sauce. We're gonna have some of this meat over here on the side, some of this gelatinous meat. Same thing with this. Oh yeah, so I could see this food being really filling, warming, especially in the winter time. It's starting to get cold out there in Ukraine, so this seems very fitting for the location. We're gonna set that off to the side. All right, guys, this is the entire menu. This is the entire 24-hour combat ration over here. All right, we're gonna eat it all. I'm gonna have it with some of these crackers. That tea looks about ready. Check that out. A little bit of iced tea. And put some sugar in there. Put 3 sugars. Since they gave so many, why not use them up, you know? So I'm gonna make this like American iced tea, or as close to it as I can. Now, my Ukrainian viewers, let me know if you guys ever have it cold like this, or it's unheard of and blasphemy. I'm just not into drinking warm beverages. No, I don't want to use that. We'll use the knife. We got huge mosquitoes over here. So yeah, iced tea. Not bad. Tastes like real tea. That's somewhat sweet. Tastes really healthy, like tea made at home, like real tea, you know what I mean? But so much more pleasant out here in the heat. You know, it's definitely refreshing and cooling. All right, so we're gonna try this one first. We're gonna try some meat and some of this wheat together. Very gelatinous, very rendered down, salty, flavorful. Almost like corned beef, you know, that salty flavor of corned beef. That's exactly what it tastes like. So it enhances everything, really, it does. Definitely adds to the whole flavor. Now the taste is good, and this is probably like Ukrainian home-cooked meals that are probably like amazing in the winter. This is not like the type of food that you would eat, at least here in America. You wouldn't eat this type of food like in the summertime, you know, you'd have more like cooling. This is like stewy type of stuff. Not bad nonetheless. I'm gonna have it on some of this cracker. So the real deal, Holyfield right here, look at that. A little bit of everything. These crackers are terrible. They don't help in any way. But that tea is definitely refreshing. So yeah, for this one, I would say from a 1 to a 10, I give it like a 6. Guys, check this out. More of this gelatinous, kind of like tendony. Look at that. Very good and flavorful. Like boiled, rendered beef. Okay, so now let's have it with this one. Look at that. See how it's glistening? That's because of all the fat content in there. Wow. Completely different. I do like this one better. Now what makes it different is obviously these carbs. These carbs are different. Yeah, and really filling, really hearty, really heavy. Is this delicious? No, no, definitely it's not delicious. It's just food that sticks to your ribs. It'll get you going. In my opinion, this is not delicious. I'm just being honest. From a 1 to a 10, I give this like a 7.5. It's a lot of calories, obviously, a lot of cheap calories from all that sugar. 6 packets of like the lowest level of cracker, in my opinion, compared to other MREs. Even the Polish ones. The Polish ones are 10 times, the Polish ones are the best. But these aren't that great, which is surprising because Ukraine is the like world's largest grain exporter. So I would expect they have the best crackers, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So not too impressed with that. The tea is like regular tea. It's fine. No complaints at all. The coffee is fine as well. And the food is definitely very filling, does the job. Because I did hear that a lot of the Ukrainian military, they're very well fed. They're getting a lot of food from, obviously, not only from NATO countries, but also the people in the communities providing a lot of food. There's no shortage of food, basically, in Ukraine. That's what I've been told. So that's a good thing. So they don't need to spend their money on like the best MREs on the planet. And honestly, let's be real. It shows. The food is nothing to brag about, okay? If I'm going to be honest. I hope nobody takes this personally because this is not a dig. This is just my taste buds. That's all. And don't say, oh, that's because his American taste buds are used to eating synthetic crap. I've tried foods from all over the world. So this is just not the most delicious. All my Western viewers, let me know in the comments down below what you think of this food, the presentation, how it looks. Does it look delicious to you? So overall, I would say from a 1 to a 10, the overall experience of this food and taste, I would give it a 5 on its best day. So kind of like mid-range, all right, guys? So if you stayed this long, thank you so much for being patient with me, sticking it out to the end. You're a true follower of my channel. I greatly appreciate you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. And also to my Ukrainians, may you guys, be safe. Slava Ukraini. And with that being said, please subscribe for more content like this. Not only MREs, but proteins, all different types of food, Asian food, noodles, you name it. All right, just mukbang. With that being said, till next time, signing off.